Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you love this video, we'd love if you would subscribe before you leave. Today we're going to be reviewing the Wet n Wild MegaCushion Foundation SPF 15, and we'll do check-ins throughout the day to update you on our thoughts and what we like and don't like about it. Okay, this is what the little box looks like. It's pretty simple. It just says Wet n Wild MegaCushion Foundation, and then we're the shade Light Ivory. Well, we hope. Yeah, we hope. This is actually the lightest shade. There's more shades in their liquid foundation than there are in the cushion. Focus. Yeah, this is Light Ivory, Light Neutral. We're always neutral, and so even though it's the lightest shade, I feel like this will work for us. Yeah, there's 8 total shades in this. The compact actually feels pretty sturdy, I think. It feels pretty nice. In their MegaCushion bronzer and highlighter, they have that weird thing that you have to pick up and then you see the cushion. This one is a flip, which is very nice and convenient. Yeah, that's true. It doesn't have, or does it have a mirror? I think it does. It does have a mirror, I think. Oh, yeah. Ooh, that's nice. It just comes with this little plastic thing. And this is $9. It is $9, and I'll kind of read as Britta opens it and shows you what the inside looks like. I'll read the description on their website. It says, it's a match made in makeup heaven, liquid foundation and a cushion compact. Tap the cushion to add just the right amount of coverage, or double tap to add more. It's perfectly portable too, with an airtight, no mess compact that makes applying liquid foundation a breeze. Infused with coconut derivative, the luminous, lightweight, and buildable formula helps boost hydration and contains SPF 15 for added skin protection. We love light coverage, we love buildable coverage, we hydration, luminosity and hydration, so this sounds like a dream for us. This doesn't feel that bad, this sponge that comes with it, but we're going to use a beauty sponge and a brush and like compare how it applies. So we're not going to use this, but it doesn't seem terrible, I don't think. Yeah. I do want to mention you get 0.52 ounces of foundation, and normal foundations are an ounce. So technically this would be more of like an $18 foundation if you want to look at it that way, just to put that out. But all cushion foundations have a lighter fill. I don't know why, but that's just how it is. It can't fit as much in here, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so should we start applying? Yes. I might actually just use the mirror that comes in here. It's actually pretty nice. Oh, that is really nice, actually. I have a mirror right here, but I'm going to be using the Flower Beauty sponge to apply mine. And we do have our faces primed. I'm going to add some corrector really quick. Yeah, and I already primed. I'm going to apply with a brush so you kind of can see how it applies with a brush and a sponge, the benefit of having 2 of us here. And I'm going to use my favorite IT Cosmetics Loves the Foundation brush. This was limited edition, but they bring it back every year during Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I can't remember what month that is. February? Or no? No. October. So I bought it in October. It'll probably be back next October if you want to pick it up. Okay, here we go. So this shade does actually look pretty, it looks kind of dark, I don't know. Yeah, so just dabbing into here. It doesn't pick up too much product right away. Oh, it's a little light. It is a little light. But you know, we're pretty fair. Wow, yeah. The brush picks up a ton of product. Look at it. This I stamped twice. Oh yeah. I stamped twice too. I stamped twice because the first stamp didn't look like it had that much. So far so good. I think that it definitely is a lighter coverage. Which I like. Sure. It is a little light. I don't like the scent. I know, honestly. It has a scent. Why? It's kind of irritating my skin already. We really don't like fragrance in our products. I mean, for sure skincare, but even foundation, we just don't really understand it. Like, the scent always dissipates anyway, so it's not like it's something that you can smell on your body all day. So why even put it in there, you know? We just have heavy sensitivity to scent too, so we can sometimes even have reactions. But it is kind of, it's not really irritating my skin the more I go along. It's not irritating my skin, but I just wanted to mention that it does have a scent. I think once we get all the rest of our products on, this shade will be fine, but maybe we should have gone with it. It is super light. I wonder how it looks on camera. Because this is light. But you guys probably can't tell, but in the compact, it looks dark. It does. So, you know, it's a little hard at the drugstore to find your shade. Well, it's just, yeah, because they don't have testers. But we will say Target has been, like, having drugstore testers now, which is really nice so that you can see kind of what something is before you buy it. Probably just because they don't want people to return something. Do you have one layer done? Yeah, I do also. So this, Britta's looks like she has more on, but this is what one layer looks like. Well, how many times did you go back into it? I think I did 3 times. Oh, I didn't do that. I just did a stamp. Maybe I did. I think I did a stamp over here and here, a stamp for my forehead, and then a stamp to go under. So maybe the coverage is better with a sponge, but I'm not getting any streakiness with the brush. So it I think the formula works for both. But I do think the sponge is helping to even make it even lighter coverage. Because yours went on thicker with the brush for sure. Mine went on thinner, which is, I think, why I had to dip in more. Yeah. But so far so good. I feel like it feels very lightweight on the skin. Oh, I just wish it wasn't so light.
I don't think it looks that bad.
Really?
I mean, I think I'm fair, so yeah.
I guess it's fine. It's not terrible. I don't think we're going to find a better match.
No, actually, I think the one up would probably be too dark.
Hopefully they expand the shade
range.
In the photo focus, I have to mix 2 shades, and they have way more shades. So that just shows you that it's really hard to find.
I'm going to finish with the sponge just to build it up where I have redness. I feel like the brush isn't good for that.
I don't think I want to build mine up anymore. Does it look okay? I kind of almost like sheared it out, I feel like, just by going over it so much. But I would definitely describe this as a light coverage, don't you think?
Yeah, I definitely think light.
Which I like.
We've watched some videos.
It does look luminous too. We watched some videos and they say it can be built up to like medium, but I don't think that's true. Yeah, because I do think the more you put on, it doesn't look like it's building up. It just kind of makes it more luminous. I don't know. It's definitely a dewy foundation. It feels a bit sticky, which is fine. We like dewy foundations. It's not really settling into fine lines, which is great. So far, so good. Okay, so we have our makeup on, our full faces, so we have kind of a better idea of how we like it now. Okay, I'll go first, I guess. So I felt like I really loved it before I started putting, it blended really well with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, I felt. They kind of just blended together, and even though they were different shades, like my concealer was almost too dark for this shade of foundation, but once it was all blended, it looked really nice. And it started drying down to a less luminous finish. And then when I put the powder products on, or at least my setting powder, I think that, I mean, Carly mentioned this briefly before we started this portion of the video, but the powder kind of like grabbed on, or the foundation grabbed onto the powder. I think it's because it's such a thin consistency that the powder soaked into it fairly quickly, and it did look powdery initially when I put powder right on top of the foundation, but we have this thing we do where we set our face with setting spray and kind of pat our beauty blender over top before we move on to like eye makeup to kind of meld everything together. Meld, is that the right word?
Melt?
Yeah. Melt everything together. And so when I did that, then I really loved the finish. So I think that the only reason it looked powdery is because it's so thin that the powder just grabbed right onto it. That's my thoughts. Now I really, really like how it looks. I feel like it's the perfect amount of luminance. It doesn't feel heavy on the skin at all. It's not really sinking into my lines at all yet. We'll see how that goes. Because I feel like sometimes if foundations are very thin like this one, they do settle into fine lines a little bit, but hopefully that's not the case. I think that I really love the finish of this. I think I'm really gonna love it for summer. Yeah, I used different concealer. I used the Maybelline, what is the one? The Better Skin?
No, the eraser.
Dark Circle Eraser.
Dark
Circle Eraser, that one. And I used that one because my Shape Tape I knew would be too dark for this. I don't know, I'm really fair right now, so even though light neutral Shape Tape gets a little dark throughout the day. But anyway, so that concealer worked really well. They both have a similar consistency, like really thin, really light coverage, not really light coverage, but just very thin formula, so I was expecting them to work well together. When I did put all my powder products on, I looked very matte in my opinion, and like Britta said, very powdery, which usually doesn't happen to me.
Yeah, I didn't look matte. I just look powdery.
I usually wear a really light BB cream that's super luminous. It's the Bare Minerals, oh my gosh, why am I blanking? Complexion Rescue, and that's super luminous, so even when I put powder products on top, I still see a lot of luminosity. With this, so I think I'm just not used to it with this when I put all my powder products on, which mind you, I don't wear a lot of powder. It looked very matte, but then I just went in with a ton of setting spray to kind of bring back the luminosity, and I feel like it worked totally fine. And so far, I feel like there's a slight like tackiness.
But I like that
because it's not matte. It's more comfortable. I have super dry skin right now, so I really like it. Yeah, like Britta said, I think it looks really nice. I hope you guys can tell. I think it looks really great, and the color actually really worked out.
The color did really work out.
Yeah, so far so good. We'll be checking in on our vlog camera for probably the rest of the check-ins.
Yeah, we'll try to do 2 at least.
Yeah, and right now the time is, sorry, this is our first foundation review, I think, so we're new.
Yeah, that's true.
We're new here.
Don't hate us.
Oh no, how do you even show? Well, it's 12:27.
It's 12:27.
It's 12:27.
Well, you do the lock screen thing.
This is what the real YouTubers do.
I did.
It's 12:27.
And then it went away.
Okay, 12:27. We'll see ya in a few hours. Hey guys, so this is our first check-in. It's been about 2 hours, a little over 2 hours.
2:39.
She figured out how to show you
Figured
guys.
out how to show the time.
Okay, so thoughts on it. I think it still looks really good. It's not usually, oh, it's trying to focus. Usually foundation breaks up on my nose, and I did blow my nose, so it's a little broken up, but it looks a lot better than usual. Yeah, I can show you mine up close. It looks really good. I mean, I think it looks really luminous, like more than before.
It still looks luminous.
Which I really love. And it's still, like, it hasn't worn off, but it definitely is still, like, obviously a light coverage. Yeah, I think it's settled into my smile lines a little. I guess maybe, you can kind of see. But they're just impossible not to settle into. They're pretty aggressive, but that's okay. All foundation usually does that for me, so it doesn't really bother me. I wasn't expecting a miracle. Yeah, so far, so good. It looks, I think it looks better than at first application.
I think so too. It just looks more luminous.
Yeah, my natural oils have definitely came through, and it looks more natural. I like it. I love it so far. Yeah, me too. I love it too. So we'll check in probably in another couple hours. Okay, so we are back with our second check-in. It's been 2 hours since our last one, so 4-ish hours since we first put it on. We'll probably do one more, maybe 2 more. We'll see.
We'll see when it gets dark.
Yeah, it's kind of like the sun is setting now, which is why we want to do one more. But I feel like it's holding up super nicely. Usually foundation will like come off of my nose, and it's not coming off of my nose at all. It's definitely sinking into my smile lines, which is fine because like I said, most foundations do that. But overall, like, it looks still super even. It didn't get patchy at all, and it still looks, as you can see, super luminous. I really like it. Yeah, mine still looks really good in my opinion. The only thing, I don't know if you can see, oh yeah, you can. It's kind of like creasing in my nose. Oh, this is a bad angle. It's kind of creasing in my nose and my smile line, like Britta said. So that's not ideal, but with a more luminous foundation, this tends to happen. So yeah, and I just really love the way my skin looks overall. Usually when I wear foundations during the day for, I mean, this isn't an extended period of time, but 4 hours, it's kind of a while, and I feel like a foundation will look really powdery and dry because my skin gets drier as the day goes on. Like, obviously it's the most hydrated in the morning right after your skincare, and with this foundation I don't see my skin getting dry. Me either. It looks good. I'm really impressed, and I'm so picky with foundations, so it looks like skin. It looks so good. I really like it so far. Okay, this is our last check-in of the day. It's almost 8 p.m. It's dark outside, as you can see. I think it's held up extremely well. Yeah, we're using indoor lighting, so it looks different than what we were doing before. But yeah, I would say the only thing, if you have oily skin, you would probably have to powder this throughout the day, because if you can tell, like, my natural oils, have really came out throughout the day. I really like that. Me too. Like, it looks glistening on my forehead, but I like that look because we have dry skin, so it's always good to look glowy and illuminated. Yeah, but if you have oily skin, I don't know. It definitely broke up around the nose on the sides a little bit, but that's normal in my opinion. I think it's amazing. I actually really love this foundation. I love it. We love it. We love it. We're a fan. Yeah, sorry we're doing the check-in in poor lighting, but hopefully you can see what it looks like. It still looks good.